Hey, what's going on, dudes? Welcome back to MODSAUCE. Hopefully you guys are having a good day today. So I have gotten some stuff done around here. I've got a couple mods too I want to show you installed, both of which are client side, so it's not going to affect the server at all. But we have the better foliage mod on. It looks kind of weird right now. Let's see, video settings. Let's turn smooth lighting to minimum and to about like 10%. Is this going to give me any issues? I don't think it will. Good? Yeah, we're good. Look how much better this looks. This is awesome. I love it. It's got the fallen leaves. It makes the grass look a little bit better. It does something kind of weird around the sides back there, if you guys can see that. Like the grass is floating or something. But other than that, this looks super cool. And it just adds so much detail to it. And I love it, man. It just looks so cool, especially on these hanging leaves here. I like it a lot. We got that, and we got Optifine installed, which Optifine has been amazing. So apparently, I just found out a few minutes ago, Audio Modified is on along with Drax right now, and Audio just told me that there is a problem with these canvas blocks being rendered as tile entities. So basically what that means is we're going to have to come through and replace all of this canvas with something else. And you know what the crappy part is? That stupid resonant exchanger thing that I used on all the grass and stuff over at the sandcastle does not work with the canvas blocks. So that means we got to come through here and take out each individual block and replace it with something else. I'm going to save that for a free Friday night when I can go get a six-pack and just sit down and relax and just get that out of the way. So that could be a little while, and not really looking forward to that. But I know I've had some people say that this place is just too white, and now that it's all built and I've got everything in here, some of the other textures and stuff make it a little bit easier to look at, but it is still really white. So I get what you're saying, and we may take a look at some different building blocks so we could actually replace all this canvas block with. But yeah, that's another project for another time. But today we're going to start off by showing you this, man. I has taken the time the last couple of days to start wrapping my head around this AE2 stuff. So this mod was completely over my head. Like, I had no idea where to even start. I know really all we had from like the first AE were like the drives, and we had the crafting terminals and the glass fiber cable and all these different things. And this is very different, man. We got weird energy acceptors, we got these crafting storage things, we got smart cable and dense cable and glass cable and controllers and P2P tunnels and different interfaces and all kinds of crazy stuff. So I didn't really know where to begin, so I had Ravens come over and he helped me set up our molecular assemblers over here. So he helped me set these two guys up right up here, these two sets of them. And he really kind of broke down the whole process of the channels and understanding the channels and how they work and how you can really utilize the channels. And I gotta say, that helped a lot. So big shout out to him. Thank you very much for breaking that down for me, because now I kind of have a pretty good idea. I feel comfortable at least trying to expand and add things onto this whole thing. So I've done a little bit of work over the last couple days and a couple things set up that I didn't have before, which are making a huge difference. So over here we have our molecular assemblers. We got 8 of them with 4 terminals attached to each side. So on the back we got power, so we're losing one side, and we could take advantage of the front, but I think it looks pretty cool with the front being open. And to be honest, the only way we'd be able to use the front is if we use dense cable around this, and I don't really feel like doing that. So we got the smart cable set up, which can only carry 8 channels, and it connects up to these 8 terminals that we have, or the 8 interfaces that we have set up on these molecular assemblers. So now let's go deeper into the rabbit hole here with these channels, man. This is where it got really confusing for me. Take a deep breath, because there's gonna be a lot of talking. Okay, so we got the controller here, correct? The controller can output 32 channels, which allows, basically what a channel is it's a direct connect from whatever machine or interface that you're using, or interface, to your actual system. Okay, so with that being said, this energy acceptor does not use a channel. The inscribers don't use a channel. I believe that these guys don't use a channel either, because they're all part of the crafting network itself. But in order to start auto crafting different things, let's see in here, do I have any patterns? No. How about in here? Yeah, so each one of these are encoded patterns that we can put inside of an interface connected to some sort of machine, and this interface takes up a channel, right? So over here we have, on this line itself, we have a total of 8 channels because there's 8 interfaces here. Using this P2P tunnel, we can connect right up here to this dense cable, which is carrying 32 channels. We can condense the 32 channels into a single channel using this glass fluix cable, right? We bring it back over here, which connects up to this other P2P channel, which opens the network back up to the 32 channels that are over there. This is so hard to explain, man. I just don't even know how to... we'll just call this magic, okay? This is all magic to me. But yeah, so using this P2P channel, it opens back up to the 32 channels that are available from the controller over there. And using this smart cable, we can access 8 of the total 32 channels. So this cable can hold 8 channels, which connects up to these 8 interfaces here, which is a total of 8 channels. That's as much as this cable can handle. If we added another interface or anything to this, it would crash the system and it wouldn't be able to access anything on this side over here, right? So we have 8 here, we have 8 here, all connected with the same P2P tunnel. So these 4 are basically connected to this P2P tunnel here. Are y'all following? Is this good? Do y'all understand this? I feel like y'all probably, I'm not explaining this well enough. It's so difficult. But yeah, so this allows us to use or utilize all 32 channels from that controller without using the dense cable. So this dense cable is really expensive, and it is able to carry up to 32 channels, but it is super expensive to run an extension cord like this all the way across the ceiling. So in order to get around that, we use the P2P tunnels and this glass cable, which is not too expensive. It just takes some of the fluix cable and different stuff like that, and we use the P2P tunnels and just open it all back up. So that is a thing. That's pretty crazy, man, right? You can see where I'm coming from. I didn't know where to start. I didn't know how to access all of this, and just I didn't understand it. I didn't understand it at all. It's not too complicated, but I will say if you're thinking about getting into it, it's one of those mods that you have to play around with and kind of just get a good understanding of how things work in this mod. And there's only a couple basic things that you really need to understand, is that everything needs power and everything needs a channel for the most part. And once you understand those 2 basic concepts, it's all pretty easy. I gotta say, like now, like I said before, I'm comfortable with adding different things like that. I definitely don't understand it all, but I feel fairly comfortable with expanding this a little bit and adding different things to it. So once you get the interfaces installed on each of your machines, you got the import buses, which suck items back into the actual filter, or the system, I mean, and then you've got the interfaces where you can actually start putting your encoded patterns. So this is all pretty crazy stuff, I gotta say. So you can see on here, it creates 4 conduit binder with 1 binder composite. So you basically just set up your recipes over here in this pattern terminal. If we come in here, access please. We are getting some lag. I don't know what is going on. But yeah, so in here we have blank patterns. We got this guy right here, so we just go ahead and click that. Here we go, and we got an encoded pattern. And we can either take this and put it in a designated machine like this. We click on the actual interface without any lag. We could put that in there if we wanted to, or that wouldn't be the right one, so we need to put this one into a molecular assembler, which is basically just an automated crafting table. Or we can put them over here into this interface terminal. So what this does, the interface terminal, is that it accesses all of the interfaces that are connected to the actual network. So all 16 of the interfaces, or all 32 of the interfaces that we have set up over there, show up inside of here. So if we look at the molecular assemblers, it says we got 32 of them. So we have 9 times 32 different recipes that we could actually fit in here, which is pretty awesome. I mean, like that's some mass storage. So if I ever run out of all that space over there, I think my system might be too big and I need to fall back a little bit. But yeah, so that's basically it. Since we don't need this, I already have that in the system, we'll just shift right click on that and we'll stick this blank pattern back in there. So it's all pretty crazy stuff. And the way this whole thing works is, if you want something crafted or auto crafted, it's going to take the items, but it's not going to say it's complete until the finished product that you want crafted ends up back inside the actual terminal here. So that took some tricky magic wizardry, especially for these co-processors, or not processors, the calculation processor, logic and engineering processor. Those guys are kind of, this whole thing is just a pain in the nuts. Nobody likes this. This is awful. The machines are super slow, and I hate it. I hate it. You hate it. Everybody hates it. But it's something that we got to work around. So what I came up with, this is actually a design from a guy that I found on YouTube, and it was really helpful. His name is Infinity Labs. He runs his YouTube channel and just started a module spotlight series. And how I actually found him was he has a tutorial on autocrafting, AE2 autocrafting, which is awesome. And if I remember, I'll post his link down in the description below, so go check him out. He's got a lot of good videos on there, and he's playing MODSAUCE also. But this is his design for the automated processor setup, which is really cool because it doesn't take any channels. It takes one channel for our ME interface right there. But basically what this whole thing does, let's go in here, let's make let's look at craftable items. Let's make 10 of these calculation processors, right? So we click next. It's going to say everything that we need to make these calculation processors, and then we pretty much say start, and so it says 90 bytes used. And this goes back to the crafting storage that we have set up on the ceiling over there. This is where everything goes until it gets crafted, or in the process. But in this particular case, these actually go to a chest instead of an actual crafting storage. So we click start, and it's going to go ahead and start making these guys. So basically what it does is, since this iron chest is connected up to this terminal here, then inside of here I have the encoded patterns for each one of the different processors. It's going to throw everything it needs to create the processors that I ordered into this chest, right? So it's going to throw everything in there, and then from there it gets sucked out by this ender item conduit, and then it goes to his designated inscriber. So we got silicon going in the top, and then we got pure Certus quartz going into the bottom for the calculation stuff. So this is, it's pretty complicated, man, but this is his design, and it works really well. It's really slow, but maybe in the future there'll be a way to automate the whole thing. I'm not real sure. But once these guys are done getting pressed inside here, they get spit back into the item conduit, and then they go into the final inscriber over here, which makes the actual product. You see there? And then from here it gets sucked out, and then it's spit back into the actual ME interface, and it will show up over here in our drive, storage, whatever the case may be. And so we can just look up calculation processor. I already have a ton of these guys made up, which is really nice now that I don't have to worry about all that stuff. But I need crystal. I need to automate my crystal production a little bit more, because everything else is, but that is not. So this is pretty cool, man. I like this. You kind of just order them and let it go. But it's not something that I would want to sit around and wait for, like if I needed right at the second. So I have a bunch of these guys already pre-crafted and ready to go inside my system here, and we don't have to worry about it too much. So this is AE in a nutshell. Everybody take a deep breath. It's okay. It's not that crazy. It looks crazy, and it looks super complicated, and it may sound super complicated, but once you start playing with it, once you start messing with it, it's pretty easy stuff, and it's a lot of fun. Like, it's really kind of cool just setting up the different patterns and getting them all thrown in there, and getting everything auto crafted. It's just, I can't really explain it, but it's a lot of fun. It's really cool. So I guess if you got any questions or need any help, you can ask me, and maybe I can find the information for you, or maybe I can actually help you. Who knows? But yeah, that's the thing. It's all done, and I will be adding to this over time. And there's a couple of different things that I want to take a look at in the future. But for right now, we're going to take a break with the AE2 stuff. And what I want to work on today is enhanced portals. So I've got a couple of ideas that I need to get set up for this guy. This thing is just, it's weird, man. this enhanced portal, I don't really dig it the way it's all set up. It's just weird. I don't like it. I just don't like it. So in order to see anything, we actually have to throw these glasses on, and that allows us to see these two guys here. So we're going to take this off. We're going to throw that back on there. Let's take this location card. We're going to set that on there. Success, portal initialized. Now what? We have to set up a unique identifier. Now, it was already set up before, but I had some like unique identifier set up to other portals that would just said blank. I had multiples and I didn't like that, so we're gonna redo it. So this one over here, since it's the halo, it's slime, diamond, slime, save, and we'll make this public so it's automated, or we can actually what is the difference here? Public allows all connections, private only allow connections from the same DBS, or dimensional bridge stabilizer. So we're gonna go ahead and make this public, since I don't really care too much about that. And that is all set up now, correct? Cool. So we come over here, we're going to click on this guy, and it's got all of our stuff set up in here. And I want to see if I take this out and throw that back on there and click this. There we go, portal reconfigured. Alright, so this is what I wanted. I wanted to get rid of all of these basically locations that I had set up in here. Dialing device. So now we can do diamond, emerald, diamond, save, and we can call this one TDC sand castle, and we can click save, and now we should be able to open this up, and this is going to take us back over to our sand castle. Perfect. So that's all set up. But the other thing that's super annoying is now that this one is set up here, I can't access other ones over there because the one at the base is still turned on. So if I turn this off, it turns the one off over there, which allows me to open this back up to go back and forth. But the problem is typically I would like to leave this one just straight open all the time so I could get back and forth between here and the sandcastle, and that's the way that I needed it before. But now that all my storage and all my items and stuff are pretty much all over here, I don't need to go back and forth as much as I would like, or as much as I guess I should. I don't know how to word that exactly, but yeah, so basically we need to set up a way of when we come through the portal, it turns itself off instead of having to run over here and push a button, because this portal is too big for me to be doing that. And it's just annoying, and it doesn't need to be on all the time. And actually I want to see something too. Can we change the color of this? Click on here, dark blue, save. Oh weird. Why is it like half? Alright, so what if we turn it? Ooh. Okay, now it works. Alright, so what if we do a black portal? Oh, that's weird. It's like gray. Whoop. Sandcastle. See, that's pretty rad, man. I like that. It's like a force field. Like, don't come in here. Otherwise you get teleported someplace else. I don't know if I like black though. What is this one? Oh, is this black? What did I choose before? I chose that one, right? What is this guy? It's like super black. Save. Oh yeah, that's like crazy black. Hit. Oh yeah, that's like super mega ultra black. That's cool. It would be really cool if I could get these moving textures and put in here and like make them curtains and stuff, because they're still transparent. You can see through them, but it's almost like an energy field or something. I don't know. That'd be interesting. All right, so I don't really like the black. It's too dark. What about? So I guess we could like do different colored portals for different destinations. So like this is going back to the sandcastle. This will be the sandcastle portal, and it wasn't. No, it was like this blue color before, right? Yeah. So let's pick a color for the sandcastle. Let's go with a white. I guess that's white, or like light gray or something. Let's turn it off and turn it back on. Yeah, not too bad. So can we change the actual color of the block too? Frame. Let's see. We need some blocks. So let's do these guys. I want to see what this looks like. Alright. Click that. We put this in there. Save. What does that do? Let's turn it off. Turn back on. There we go. Check that out. That is cool. Alright, so we take our glasses off. We should... Okay, yeah. Now we can't see all this stuff over here. All the doodads. That's pretty rad, man. I like that a lot. So if you turn this off... Oh, it goes back to the white. Why can't we... Hey. How can we change the color? Or change the... Is that a modifier? Let's see. Why do I have my F3 on? Did I turn that on? I don't remember turning that on if I did. Oh, I know what I did. I pressed that button, didn't I? Okay, there we go. I changed some of the hotkeys on my gamepad. What do we need? We need to put our glasses back on. I want to look at modifiers. So we turn any eye back on. Modifier. Actually, you know what? Let's just go into here. We're going to check out the enhanced portals. There we go. Shift click. Open up for me, please. Seems like that is still a problem with any eye. It was working pretty good, but now it's not so much. Not so much. There we go. Alright, so we got Particle Destroyer, Rainbow Particles, Silencer, which they don't have any sound that I know of. Cloaking makes the portal completely invisible. Not exactly what we want. Particle Shaders. Particles randomly spawn lighter and darker, which we don't really care about because I have particles turned off. Featherfall. And, it doesn't look like we can actually use a modifier for that. Or module, excuse me. So yeah. Dialing device upgrade. What does this do? I wonder. Let's make one of these guys. I want to see what this does. So we need one of the blank dudes. Let's do that. Take this. We throw those back in there. Let's take energy transportation upgrade. Oh, we can actually send energy through this? That's kind of cool. Fluid. Module manipulator. No. Dialing device upgrade. So we need one of these guys first. Let's take that. And then we take this. Alright, so what does this do? We throw this on the dialing device. Okay. What did you do exactly? Nothing? I don't know. I don't know what the deal was here. Whoop! Oh no. Whoops. Okay. So now we are back over here at the sand castle. And you know what? While we're here, I'm going to go grab the combo for the portal over here at the spawn house. And I will meet you guys back over at the Halo because I want to get this set up so we can at least jump back and forth over to the spawn house. And I'll try to get everybody's combination as we move further on. But not everybody is on right now. And I think Drax is the only one that's on with an enhanced portal. So let me grab this one and I'll meet you in just a second. Alright, actually I want to show you what the problem is first. The reason that I want to get these portals all set up is because, like I was talking about, we need a way to turn them off. See, we are back over at the spawn house right now, but we got our TDC Sandcastle entry all set up here, and we want to go there. But if we click here, it says you cannot dial to a portal that is already active. So in order to get all the way back over there, we actually have to fly, which is just kind of a nuisance. We don't really like to fly everywhere we go, so we need to find a way of turning the whole thing off. And I think I have a pretty good idea of how we can do that without really getting too obtrusive. I don't like the button thing because I just come through the portal and I forget about it and that's it. I don't like that. So this is really bizarre that it's all set up like this. But if we come over here, let's go back to the Halo and we're going to work on setting up some of these pressure plates, which are pretty cool. I found these guys not too long ago. I think I saw Biffa messing with these. Actually, let's do dark iron pressure plates. That's not going to work. Pressure plate. Here we go. And it is this guy here. which is what I want. The silent one. The silent night. So we got the dark pressure plate, which we have to make, which is 2 dark steel. And do I have any dark steel? I feel like I do. Dark steel. Yeah, this is just from finding it in chests. So if we do this, let's make a few of these, man. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and make all of these into dark iron pressure plates. That way I have a backup. And once we kind of get into more of the Ender IO stuff here, we can actually make more dark steel. So it won't be that big of a deal. So let's take some of these, and in order to make them silent, we need to throw some wool on them. Cool. And this is the part that really gets me about these guys. They're painted, or they're silent right now, but we can also paint them invisible with quite clear glass, which is awesome. So cool. We have tons of this quite clear. I thought we did. Maybe we don't. I don't know. We're gonna head back over here. So if we put this down. Alright, so we step on them, they're completely silent, which is fantastic. So let's head back over to our sand castle real quick. We actually have a painter over here, which is going to help us out. Got this guy here, the Ender IO painter. So let's take these guys. We're going to throw them in there, but we also need some quite clear glass. So let's take some sand. We're going to throw this into the alloy furnace here, and this should make some quite clear glass. Hopefully. Hopefully. No! What does this make? There we go. Quite clear. Oh, it's getting sucked out. Alright, so let's take these 3, apparently. Throw them on here. Oh, that's cool. We only need 1. Awesome. Alright, so let's take some of these guys. We're going to set this one up first. So we got this all set up, and I don't know if I'm going to have to switch this around and put this at the bottom. Well, we're going to find out. So we got pressure plates right there. If we step on this, it should turn this guy off. But it's not. So that's what's making me wonder if it's got to be directly connected to our redstone interface here, which I'm guessing it probably does. So if we pick up this guy, we pick up this guy. And if we do this. So let's put our redstone interface here. We'll put our portal block here and here, and then our portal controller there. If we click on that, is that not going to work? Shift click, nope, that doesn't work. Alright, so we actually have to use another card. Portal initialized. Oh crap, we gotta set all this up again. Okay, so let's do slime, diamond, slime, save. Oh no, over here is diamond, that one, save. Alright, we'll make it public, and we'll get out of that, and let's go back in here, and everything should be saved. Let's set this guy up. Input, remove portal on signal. So let us see. TDC Halo, we step on. Cool. Okay, so now if we come over here, we can go into the Halo. Alright, now if we come back through the portal, I want to give it a second so it all loads up and doesn't spit me back through. So if we come back through and don't move, we'll be standing right where the portal is, I believe. We move out, we step out, and it turns the portal off on its own. How cool is that? So now we never have to worry about not turning our portal on and off, which is awesome. So that is something really handy and something that I really like about these dark pressure plates. They're silent and invisible, so we never have to hear that noise or doot doot. I don't know how to say it, but it's just annoying. I don't like it, and it's gone. So that's awesome. So now I need to get this one set up, so let me do that, and we'll be back in just a minute. And we're back. So I actually had to fly all the way back over to spawn in order to go get some more of these location cards, but got them all made up now. I've got quite a few of them, 16, so we should be good to go for a little while. So let's throw that on there. Portal initialized, perfect. So now we got to set up the unique identifier for this. So this one is slime diamond slimed, right? Save, public. All right. This guy should have everything saved from last time. It does. So let's do this. Create portal on signal. Remove portal on signal. All right. So now what I want to find out is where we spawn in at this portal from. So TDC Sandcastle. Let's head over here. Come on, any day now. Alright, so we got it turned off. We head back inside. Ooh. We're facing the wrong way. Okay, I thought I had fixed that. But it looks like we spawn right on top of the redstone interface here. So if we take... I thought I had set some of these guys down. Maybe I didn't. So let's set this guy right there. We'll turn it off. Do Sandcastle. Come back through. Come on. There we go. Alright, so it turns off because we walked in. Now the only weird thing that's going to be is not standing out here to turn the thing on. We actually have to be inside. You need to Sandcastle or a Halo, whatever. Alright, so now we will... Yeah, see, we're facing the wrong way. Look at that. That is kind of annoying. But never fear, we can fix it. I thought I had thrown one on here. Should we do this? Okay, so now we have the player facing... We need to be facing north. Right? That's set to north. South. West. North. Direction to face on teleport. So we put that here. Is that going to fix the problem? Is that going to fix the issue? We're going to have a problem? An issue? Alright, so it's good on this side. Now if we come back in. Alright, we're good over here. So check that out, man. That is really cool. So now we can do manual entry. Let's do this one. This is spawn. So we'll write spawn house. Spawn house, like that. Click save. We all good to go. So we click here, we click there. Hello. Alright, now we're back at spawn. Sweet. And this one we still got the big buttons we gotta turn off over here. But now we should be able to set this one up and come through here. Cool. So it's all set up and working, man. I like this. It's going to be a lot easier. So I may end up building a standalone portal that goes directly from the Halo to the Sandcastle, but as of right now, I don't mind just messing with this one. And this one's kind of nice because it's set up because our pressure plate is all the way over here. We can actually turn this one on and off and kind of come back and forth through here. And no matter what, when we come through this one, it's always going to turn off. So that's kind of handy. We can come back through here, click on this, go back and forth. But I like it, man. I dig it. So that's pretty much going to do it for today. We didn't get a whole lot done, but it is definitely a lot more convenient, especially now that we got the AE system. Convenience is the way of the future, man. Making things easy is definitely the way to go. So anyways, hit that like button for me down below if you enjoyed today's episode. Subscribe if you haven't already. Got a lot of fun ideas coming up for MODSAUCE. It's going to be pretty sweet when we get it all set up and done. And I guess say goodbye to the canvas blocks, man. I know some of you guys liked it, some of you hated it. I guess we're going to have to try to find a happy medium between the white and too much color, so we'll figure it out, I guess. But anyways, I will see you guys in the next episode. All right, thank you so much for watching. Peace. I'm gonna miss you, canvas blocks.